Welcome to Mainstream Current. Whether you're new or a returning viewer, I hope that I've earned your subscription by the end of this video. Today we're going to be talking about Governor Mills and the U.S. Energy Secretary Granholm announcing new Home Energy Rebate Program for Maine. We're going to look into what that means exactly, and then we're going to watch a video by News Central Maine, and then I'm going to conclude this video by wrapping up a little bit more about what heat pumps are and whether this is a good thing or not. Let's get right into it. This comes out of the State of Maine Office of Governor Janet Mills. Governor Mills and U.S. Energy Secretary Granholm announced new Home Energy Rebate Program for Maine, September 18, 2024. $36 million federal grant dollars will support heat pump rebates for income eligible Maine residents in multifamily and manufactured homes, keeping homes comfortable year-round while reducing energy costs. South Portland, Maine. Governor Janet Mills and U.S. Department of Energy, DOE, Secretary Jennifer M. Granholm today announced the launch of Maine's new Home Energy Rebate Program. The program is funded by a $36 million federal grant supported by the Biden-Harris administration's Inflation Reduction Act, IRA, and will help eligible households save money on energy bills, upgrade to clean energy equipment, improve energy efficiency in their homes, and reduce air pollution. The Home Energy Rebate Program will be administered by Efficiency Maine and is meant to complement existing initiative programs for all income levels. Eligible program participants include low-income owners of manufactured homes, as well as affordable multifamily new construction homes. Our transition to heat pumps is creating good-paying jobs, curbing our reliance on fossil fuels, and cutting costs for Maine families, all while making them more comfortable in their homes. A hat trick for our state, said Governor Janet Mills. We are setting an example for the nation, and with this new federal funding through the Biden-Harris Inflation Reduction Act, more Maine people will be able to take advantage of efficient, climate-friendly heat pumps that strengthen our economy, protect our environment, and save money. Maine has been a leader in providing its residents with rebates to upgrade home heating and cooling systems to energy-efficient heat pumps, said U.S. Secretary of Energy Jennifer M. Granholm. DOE is proud to provide this funding through the Inflation Reduction Act to give even more Mainers opportunities to enjoy the benefits of energy efficiency improvements. Maine people are all too familiar with bitter cold temperatures, which is why heat pumps are an incredibly important tool to help efficiently and affordably heat and cool homes, said U.S. Senator Angus King. With winter right around the corner, this $36 million grant, funded through the Inflation Reduction Act, is an investment in reliable, clean energy solutions that will help keep folks warm and won't break the bank. The Home Energy Rebate Program will cement Maine's commitment to being a leader in the clean energy space. Maine's leadership in energy efficiency is paving the way for a more sustainable and affordable future, and the launch of Maine's Home Energy Rebate Program is a major step forward in making energy-efficient technology accessible to all Mainers, especially those in underserved communities, said Congresswoman Shelley Pingree. Made possible by the landmark Inflation Reduction Act, passed by congressional Democrats, this federal funding will help Maine families lower their energy bills and reduce their carbon footprint while creating good-paying, clean energy jobs. I'm proud to support this initiative, which will make our homes greener, but our economy stronger, and our communities healthier for generations to come. I'm not going to read all of this because there's more, but I wanted to read people that we were familiar with on this channel, and so I have one more. We've heard of her before, only secondhand. Her name is Hannah Pingree, and she is Shelley Pingree's daughter. Maine is demonstrating that energy-efficient and comfortable homes are achievable for people across all income levels, said Hannah Pingree, director of the Governor's Office of Policy, Innovation, and the Future and co-chair of the Morning Climate Council. The Home Energy Rebate Program will help to retrofit existing affordable housing units and ensure that new units are built to the highest efficiency standards. This work reflects the types of bold action that the Maine Climate Council recommends to ensure that people across our state benefit from climate and energy programs.
Governor Janet Mills right now is looking to expand her crusade to get as many heat pumps into Maine homes as possible. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Yukono.
And I'm Amanda Hill. With winter just a few months away, a lot of Mainers are dreading the thought of needing to turn up the thermostat, knowing it will cost them more than they can afford.
So the governor, along with the head of the U.S. Department of Energy, are announcing a new initiative to get heat pumps into more manufactured homes and ones with multiple family units. News Center Maine's Caroline LaCour has more.
A handful of folks here in Westbrook Wednesday morning got a chance to tour this brand new apartment complex to see how it's changing the game when it comes to energy efficiency here in Maine.
As I get older, I have less of I can't handle heat as much.
Westbrook resident Tom Rubino has been eyeing Stroudwater Apartments, built by Westbrook Housing and soon to open. Its draw, he says, the in-unit air conditioning.
They put more money into it now, but as time goes by, you reap the benefits of all the savings.
Savings from energy-efficient utilities, even with the AC running. It's something even state and federal leaders are eyeing.
Morning.
Joined by Governor Janet Mills, U.S. Department of Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm is taking a look at how Maine is updating to cleaner energy. From the insulation, LED lights, solar panels, and energy-efficient heat pumps, Construction Service Director Maggie Stanley says utilities to power an apartment runs at around $75 a month, cutting bills in half compared to other buildings run by Westbrook Housing.
So these are not just efficient in helping us save the planet, but they're saving people money all around.
Well, that's what we're all about, is saving people money.
To replicate that kind of success in the home, Governor Mills and Secretary Granholm are expanding energy rebate programs to now include low-income owners of manufactured homes and of multifamily homes.
The $71 million is what has been designated for Maine to do these home energy rebates, like for heat pumps.
Administered through Efficiency Maine, the program will be funded through federal grants thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act. Eligible homeowners will now be able to save as much as $14,000 through rebates, according to the governor's office, to upgrade.
So they're efficient, they're affordable, and they save you a lot of money in your pocket, whether you're a single-family homeowner or an apartment owner.
Those cost savings is something Tom Rubino says is something to cheer for when downsizing for retirement.
This is really nice. So I'm kind of considering, they said if I want to go on the list, and I think I just may.
Now, folks are already starting to sign up on that wait list to move into this apartment complex. To learn more about the Biden administration's Investing in America plan, we will link that on our website and mobile app for you to check out. In Westbrook, Caroline LaCour, News Center, Maine.
The thing that really irks me about any of these Inflation Reduction Act or Maine Won't Wait or any of the proposed rebates that we do, they always include cleaning the air or climate saving or sustainable and good for our environment. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that that isn't something that we should consider. But what I am saying is then they follow it up by helping lower energy bills and good paying jobs. Like here directly, this is from Shelley Pingree. The funding will help Maine families lower their energy bills. Okay, perfect. Like that is great. Start there. And then you move on to immediately and reduce their carbon footprint. I don't give a flying about carbon footprint at this point. I'm sorry, we just have so many other worries that trying to worry about using paper straws over plastic straws and all the microplastics in the air, like those are things that we should consider. We should also consider that there's over-sugarization in our food and our packaging is poisonous and yada, yada, yada. There are things that we can worry about, And then there are things we should worry about. Like right after she says lowering and reducing carbon footprint, creating good paying, clean energy jobs. There, it kind of good paying. Yes, Mainers, we need better paying jobs. We are hard workers. Even those outside of the state of Maine, if you're watching someone like me, if you're following a channel like this, chances are you also are a hard worker. So I'm not trying to come down on people that aren't from Maine, but I am from Maine and I know the Maine experience and I know that we work hard here, but we're underpaid. And then they're trying to say like good paying clean energy jobs. Again, I just can't find it in me to care right now. Say whatever you want about me. So it goes on with other quotes from other people, but they're not really relevant to this channel. So the governor welcomed Secretary Granholm to tour Stroudwater Apartments, a new energy-efficient affordable housing complex in Westbrook. The project was funded in part by historic housing investments by Governor Mills, including $1.9 million in proceeds from the housing bond refinance that the governor authorized in 2021. The apartments opened to new tenants on September 15th, and each unit is equipped with at least a heat pump and LED lighting. The building also has solar panels and electric vehicle charging stations. Is our grid ready for this? I mean, California and Texas, their grids have shut down for whole swaths at a time and having their population reducing how much AC they can use. Here in Maine, I mean, we already have blackouts. Last year we had like 6 blackouts, and I'm in a populated area of Maine where I'm not out in the boondocks. And so, are we ready for this? Following the tour, the governor and Senate secretary formally announced the launch of a rebate program at Revision Energy, a local clean energy company that installs heat pumps and solar panels, among other products. The $36 million federal grant represents half of Maine's IRA funding, allocation of $72 million for home energy rebates. The remainder of the funds will be used to launch a separate program, which is anticipated to be available to residents by early 2025. Eligible low-income manufactured homeowners, i.e. household income below 80% of area median income, will be available to save as much as $14,000 through funding from the home energy rebates, including up to $8,000 for a whole home heat pump for space heating and cooling, $4,000 for an electrical panel, $2,500 for electrical wiring. Multifamily new construction projects can get up to $8,000 rebate per dwelling unit for heat pumps. To those that qualify, at least 50% of the building's dwelling units would need to be occupied by low-income households. For eligibility and other details, visit Efficiency Maine website. After the first year, Maine plans to expand the manufactured home incentives to also include eligibility for moderate income owners, i.e. households earning between 80 to 150% of area median income. Smaller new construction multifamily projects will also be available to apply for rebates. Maine is the most heating oil-dependent state in the nation, with over 56% of households reliant on home heating oil as their primary source of heating, compared to only 4% nationally. Expanding heat pump adoption has been a key priority for Governor Mills, who has set a goal to install 100,000 heat pumps in Maine by 2025. That goal was surpassed 2 years ahead of schedule in 2023, and the governor announced a new goal to install another 175,000 heat pumps by 2027, bringing the total number of heat pumps installed during the Mills administration to 275,000. So it goes more into, well, I'm basically done, so I'm just going to read it. According to the most recent data, Maine has set a 10% decrease since 2018 in heating oil as a primary fuel for home heating, which coincides with the nation-leading heat pump adoption. In February, Governor Mills announced that Maine received a $10 million grant through the bipartisan infrastructure law to support a new program to install heat pumps in 675 mobile homes, among the first programs of its kind in the nation. In July, Governor Mills announced that Maine and 4 other New England states will receive a total of $450 million in federal funding to accelerate the adoption of heat pump technology in residential single-family homes and multifamily buildings across the region. In total, the award will support the installation of 580,000 heat pumps across the 5 states. Maine's share of the award is estimated to between $45 million and $72 million, which will support installation of highly efficient heat pumps for home heating and cooling and heat pump hot water heaters. Why do we need to accelerate? Governor Mills announced that Maine and 4 other New England states will receive a total of $450 million in federal funding to accelerate the adoption of heat pump technology. Why? Why? Why acceleration? I'm not arguing against them. I'm not saying that there's not some efficiency involved. I'm not saying any of that. What I am asking is, we can pull up $450 million to accelerate a program that we're already adopting, but we don't have $450 million to go back to the American people. Our taxes are going across the seas and going everywhere but in our pockets. I don't expect federal funding, it's California, Oregon, Washington, they shouldn't be paying for Maine, and I don't want to be paying for them. That's not how this was meant to go. I can understand state funding, but where are we getting this money from and why are we allocating it here? Before I get more into that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the video. So I'm going to pull that up now and we're going to watch that together. What gets me about these articles, whether they're online or videos that we watch, there's never really a downside displayed. We only ever hear one side. And immediately, as soon as we start talking about electricity, my mind goes to CMP. CMP, owned by Avangrid, we've been going it over on this channel. Avangrid is now going to be 100% privately owned by a Iberdrola out of Spain. Their shareholders are Qatari, they're from Norway, and they're from Calgary, Canada. How does that benefit Maine? Maine also has some of the nation's leading highest electricity bills. Maine is second only to Hawaii, and I guess I can understand why Hawaii might be more expensive, but at the same time, if wind and solar and all these hydropower, how are they not cheaper? But then in the continental US, Maine is the highest, and we have $23,000 plus average dollars a year that we're expected to pay in 2024 currently. And then in the rest of the US, it's down to $1,700. Not down to, that's still expensive, but not at our level. That's $600 more a year that Mainers are paying in electricity currently. Then we're going to get away from propane and heating oil. And I understand that then we wouldn't be spending money on that. We'd have more money to allocate towards electricity. But I guess I want to split this up and make this into a 2-part video. I was going to react to the video and Governor Mills' letter and then go into heat pumps, but I'm actually going to cut it here to make this video a little bit shorter. Go ahead and leave your comments down below. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Am I just jaded and immediately when I hear of things like this, I become skeptical and I become all doomsday? Or do you think that there's more to this? Do you think that the mainstream media is only giving us the good side of things and not the negative side, not the long-term impact, not what it does? It forces us to be electric dependent, and I don't understand. I understand why they would want it. I don't understand why we would want to make ourselves energy dependent when Iberdrola, one of the world's largest electricity utility companies in the world, just gobbled up Avangrid and therefore CMP. That money doesn't go back to us Mainers, y'all. Not even to us in the US, y'all. Like, why? Go ahead and leave your comments down below. If you can answer any of these questions, please help me out. If you're also as concerned, go ahead and leave that. If you stuck around to the end of the video, go ahead and just leave a confused emoji, like a WTF, what's going on, mate, kind of vibe. And I'll respond to it in the comments. Until the next video, y'all, talk to you later.
Ready? Fight!